Next, here on the Morning Buzz, what's the truth behind the hack of the servers of the DNC servers leading up to the 2016 presidential election?
Who knows? It's a great question. Former Homeland Security Director Jeh Johnson said he offered help, as did the FBI, but the DNC said, no thanks. Pundit Lance Woods is here with us today. What do you think really happened, Lance?
Boy, you know, they definitely had some material that they weren't able to put somewhere else or take it off there when they were asked to be given them help, and they weren't ready.
What was the help? What was it that they were going to offer, actually?
Well, you know, what I found out, again, being with Rotary and the conflict and peace resolution, you know, those emails that got leaked that had all that content that was very damaging to the Democratic and to Hillary, that was from one of her workers inside. And that young man knew this was wrong, what was going to be happening to Bernie and stuff like that. And I think he, you know, his patriotism or his moral came out to where he knew where to leak it to or send it to. And he was walking home and he was assassinated. A lot of folks don't know about this.
Right. But isn't the real issue is that we're saying that the help was offered when in fact you have others saying that help was never actually offered. So we really don't know.
Yeah, that gets tough. I mean, this news, you know, it's like he said, she said, or they said, and we're like, come on, you guys, please, how can we make good, intelligent decisions if we don't have that?
Difficult.
It's really hard.
Difficult.
And that's what's splitting us so much with this left and right, because they want that. But that's almost like the media stirring it up because they've got ratings like crazy now.
Well, we also have in Dereliction of Duty, it was a book that Colonel Buzz Patterson wrote, and he worked alongside with Bill Clinton, and his sole job was to present the nuclear codes, and they would go through those as instructed. It appears that the Clintons may have a very loose way that they manage some of this extremely sensitive information. Bill Clinton, in his book, Take It or Leave It, but in his book he wrote that Bill Clinton had lost the codes. No other president in the history of having the nuclear codes had lost them. He not only lost the codes, according to him, he never said anything until they had their next session on going through those codes.
But we understand he wouldn't say that, and he probably wouldn't say that, right? He's not going to signpost that.
But it goes back to the DNC, and do they care about what that information is, or how loose-lipped are they with things?
Right.
Yeah, that's irresponsible to wait till the next time, because there was maybe, I don't know if that was 3 days or whatever. But I remember, because I'm young or old enough to know that, you know, the reason the Chinese and the Koreans are so accurate now, getting very accurate with their missiles, is because during his administration, all this technology that took us 20 years to get to, it ended up in the Chinese and then over to the Koreans' lap. And now that's what we're doing. And then now with Hillary with these emails and on her own personal server, my goodness, you guys, that's so irresponsible.
Well, yeah, but it wasn't just Hillary. We know we've certainly have had Republicans on both sides coming out saying that that they had personal servers and information. And I think we got to move beyond that, because we're now talking about the leak insofar as the hack is concerned, which has to really do with Russian hacking, right? So that would have mean that the DNC was actually refusing help for hacking that might have, I think what might have happened was that they may have been frightened about what somebody was actually looking for, what the motives were, right?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, one of the things we found, you know, now in the background, that Clinton, or not Clinton, but Trump and Putin, they're going to get along really well. Putin is really excited about, he needs economic growth in his country. They're suffering.
Well, so do we.
And so do we, but at least we know how to do, like he can build a lot of resorts and golf and bring in people, you know, bring in American capitalism to Russia. They're going to get along good. And then I saw them, there's so much of this attack mode making it to where Putin is going to be so upset that he's not going to want to meet with Trump, and they're going to be adversaries before they even get a chance to shake and talk together.
Well, yeah, but you're talking about Putin, who is a confirmed murderer and who has invaded several countries and who has now they're flying. Just the other day, they were flying a MiG jet right next 5 feet away from an
Yes.
American carrier. So I mean, Putin is not a friend. Does America really need to be
Well,
in? You know,
Well,
what
it's
he's
a little
doing-
bit like Stalin, I think.
Well,
You know,
what
we
he's-
had to work with him, but he was definitely
Right.
worked
Oh,
on his
yeah,
own
but not a
terms.
friend.
Works on his own terms,
Right.
right?
Well, one of the things is he's only been in 6 months, and
Right.
they're testing him. Okay, they're doing these flies by. We got Korea doing this. They're testing what Trump is made of, and that's serious because we had Obama that was trying to, kind of like with Carter, trying to use diplomacy. Like I was saying, these guys they'd only respect strength because they're thugs.
When you have a real bad guy, and I think that's with anything, you do have to use some level of strength because not everybody will
Yeah.
love, unfortunately.
I know, and we're at a disadvantage because we're brought up, a lot of our churches, to turn the other cheek. Well,
Right.
how many cheeks do we have?
I know,
Lance,
gosh.
thanks so
Right.
much
Thanks so
for
much
being
for-
on
Okay.
our very first all-show
Yeah, what
morning
an
buzz.
honor.
Thanks
You
for coming.
guys, thank
right.
you.
That's it for the show. Thanks to our guest, Lance Wood, for being here and joining us on the first full CCN's Morning Buzz.
That's right. Thanks. We also want to thank our amazing CCN crew, the Sunrise crew, and the entire Crown City Network team. We also want to thank all of our sponsors, including Foothill Transit, EH Financial, Foothill Transit. We want to thank the ROP, Color Dots, the Smile Agency. You all make the show possible. NGOT Global, you're our consultants, our accountants. Thank you so much. And we want to thank the San Gabriel Valley Economic Partnership.
And don't forget to join us on social media, CrownCityNews.com, the Crown City News YouTube page, our CCN Sunrise Twitter and Facebook account. And see you next time.
Yeah, take care.